Okay, if you saw my last video, you saw that my daughter made a surprise visit, not on camera, but she came downstairs when she should be sleeping, decided to try the elliptical, and I got a little sidetracked with my last review, so I think I gave it, whatever the beer was, an 8.5 out of 10. So, yeah. You never know what's going to happen live. There was the Rogue Yellow Snow Pilsner. So, now we have a beer that is from a brewery that we haven't adventured into yet. This is Two Roads Brewing Company out of Stratford, Connecticut, a Connecticut brewery, which hadn't really, I don't know if we've ever done a Connecticut brewery or not. I'd have to search the archives for this. This is Espressway, E-S, Espressway. Of course, it has coffee notes to it. It is an English oatmeal stout, number 70 ranked in the style, according to Beer Advocate. And for this English version of the oatmeal stout, we're looking for smooth, rich body, dark brown to black in color, roasted malt, caramel, chocolate tones, smooth, not bitter, coffee-like. This is definitely going to be coffee-like because it has Ethiopian blend coffee in it. And looking to a low to medium alcohol. However, this is a little bit on the higher end. Usually we're talking about somewhere between 3.8 to 6.1% ABV with 20 to 40 IBUs. This has 6.5% ABV, so this is on the higher end. Couldn't find the IBU number. We're going to serve it into a chalice. Why not? It's a dark beer. I always like serving dark beers in chalices, even though they recommend the old pint glass for this style. As far as the brewery, there's really not too much to tell. It did win a few awards for some of its beers. I would suppose the most popular beer, it looks like review-wise, according to Beer Advocate, is their American Imperial IPA, which is just called American Imperial IPA. That's the most popular, unless I read that wrong. Maybe it does have a name to it. I don't know. The brewery was founded back in 2012 by four friends, and they foster a road less traveled philosophy in their beer, hence Two Roads, which is a Robert Frost poem. I saw two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled. So that's kind of what the theme is. I don't know how you can do that in craft beer anymore, take the road less traveled, because it seems like the road less traveled is the most frequently traveled road in craft beer. Maybe if they opened up a Kirschwasser distillery in Cleveland, Ohio, maybe that would have been the road less traveled. I don't know. That's just me. The brewmaster is Phil Markowski, who's an award-winning brewmaster, and there were also three others involved in this brewery. This particular beer, very interested in tasting, a cold brewed coffee oatmeal stout that uses a locally I guess locally roasted Ethiopian and Sumatran blend of coffee beans that's under pressure like espresso, hence the Espressway. They use their German-built Brunick device. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'd like to see this device. Again, my goal in life is to one day host a show where I go to every brewery on the planet and get a tour and interview everyone. Is that ever going to happen? Even if I was granted that, would I ever actually visit them? I don't know if I'd be alive that long, but yeah, it's good. It's a good goal. Is what I wanted to say. So this is done under pressure, as I mentioned. This is like espresso, but without the steam. So take the steam part out of the espresso. So let's open this up and get this into this chalice and see what we got here with Espressway, very dark pour. So we're getting that motor oil, like Imperial Stout kind of look to this beer. Very dark, pitch black, basically. Really not much hints of brown, and a very, very light film of a head. Very light film that's just dissipating right away in this glass. So, yeah, very thick, very chewy looking. I'll get that Chimay symbol out of the way for you. So you can see the head, very, very thin. Just really not much there whatsoever. Aroma-wise, very high quality coffee aroma right off the top of the beer here. It smells like a cafe, like one of those hipster cafes that everyone loves to go to. There's the emblem, by the way. Looks like a picture of the brewery. The two roads being the two hands. I like that. Kind of a unique emblem. really just high quality coffee. Maybe the highest quality coffee I've ever smelled in a beer. So let's get a taste now. Wow. This is really knocking it out of the park for me. This is a heck of a beer. I really like the Java, was it Java House or Java Stout? I think it's Java Stout from Trogs. Really love that beer, always have. But this is a higher quality of bean that they're using here, and this is not that the Trogs folks use low quality. It's very high quality. This is just one of those like wow, way upscale things. This is one heck of a beer. This makes you want to like get into the gourmet coffee realm, not just the beer coffee realm, but just the regular coffee in general realm, and just make my own awesome coffee and spend a lot of money on it. Wonder what my wife would say about that. But it's a really good beer. Can't really taste any alcohol notes. It's almost just like a beer with a kick to it, or a coffee with a kick to it, like an iced coffee that's a little bit carbonated. Excellent job done by Two Rows. I'm going to give this a perfect score. I'll give this a 10 out of 10. Excellent beans, just well crafted. I'm guessing since this is an English oatmeal stout, oatmeal was also part of the process. Not positive. It would just be a regular stout, I guess, listed as one if it didn't use oatmeal. But whatever the interaction is between that oatmeal and between the Ethiopian blend coffee is incredible. So 10 out of 10. This style, I mean, if you love coffee beers, this is basically right at the top to me. I don't know why it's only number 70 in the style. Who knows? So 10 out of 10 for Two Rows Brewing Espressway.